With its two-dimensional sprites, art style somewhat reminiscent of Miyazaki's Nausicaa, and gameplay wonderfully true to the simple and well-tested shoot-'em-up formula, Jamestown was always going to be a hit with me. Its little conceits of the modern era are also keepers. Coming up, we'll be able to see me unable to choose between the three methods of input the game accepts: mouse or keyboard. Either way, I'll be shit, so I don't really know why I made such an effort to get it right. The thing that Cinnamora, Ikaruga, Perfect Cherry Blossom and R-Type have always had in common for me is that these games hinge on a fairly basic formula of shooting and avoiding being hit oneself. Survival is a mechanic at their very core. What made these games wonderful was the necessity of survival in each being underpinned by terrifically disparate and unique mechanics. From the colour matching of Ikaruga to the nimble finger movements expected of the Touhou series, there's something special and just a little bit charming about each of these games. In the spirit of these games, Jamestown's unique survival technique is found in the Vaunt. Upon the collection of the requisite amount of bolts and gears that defeated enemies seem to shed to an extent far beyond that which their size makes seem reasonable, a hit of the space bar will cause a shield to form around the player. This provides a small degree of invulnerability between any bullet hell style sequences that may be ahead. From the point of deployment of the shield, the player's Vaunt bar starts to empty, with a collection of gears serving to refill it. If the bar empties, the player is rewarded with points proportional to the amount of time spent in this mode. Combining this points bonus with the ability to press space again to get a brief session with the shield that will then completely empty the bar, serves to create a play system that allows for the valuing of risk against point bonus by the player, leading to some compelling, intense decision making. That's what this game does so well: risk and reward. When choosing between the types of ship on offer, what to spend currency rewards on, and even whether to use normal or special attacks in combat, the player is forced to confront their playstyle with respect to the game's mechanics and make sensible decisions. Decisions that are hard to make when even the level selection screen is so clearly an effort of love and attention to artistic detail. It really is hard not to get taken away with just how beautiful this game is. Even if I was to only take one example of this, it's just simply how borderline over-designed the bosses are, and how, in spite of their massive size, there's such grace to them. The game, of course, isn't without its flaws. It's very much an indie game with everything that seems to entail. It's quite short and relies upon fairly artificial requirements in the player to lengthen its campaign, such as requiring completion of a previous level on a higher level of difficulty. There is a plot, but it's paper thin and it serves as little more than padding for the core gameplay experience. With that said though, this is all I can really find that's bad to say about the game. It's also a steal at £6.99 on Steam, and can be played with up to 4 players, and it's the perfect game for co-op. A large number of unlockables for the sort of people that are into that as well. If you like paying for things that aren't real, with money that isn't real, great. It's not really my bag, but there's only so many times you can enter into exchanges of currency for goods and not feel numb about the entire experience. So in summary, Jamestown. It's a game for coin fetishists and fans of shoot 'em ups.